tell me about the concierge
Well,
service,
I'm so
Amina.
glad you asked.
This is ground zero for Radious in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yes.
We're in the heart of Silicon Valley here, but in a very nice wooded area. The latest trend in co-working is renting a beautiful home in a residential area or a more remote area in a beautiful surrounding for you and your team to relax, collaborate, and bond. I'm here with Amina Moreau, CEO and co-founder of Radious.pro. How's it going, Amina?
Well, I am having a blast today because we are in this unbelievably beautiful mid-century modern home in the woods with forest views, and the house is full of working professionals collaborating, deepening relationships, eating good food, enjoying some sunshine, like developing bonds that in a way that is so much different than you would in a typical office or on a video call.
Right, so tell me a little bit about how your company started and what was the vision behind it.
Well, the idea was born in August of 2020, so almost exactly 3 years ago. And the initial spark came to me because I am an Airbnb host.
Okay.
And the biggest pain point I was experiencing at the time was laundry. The idea of washing a stranger's linens during a pandemic, no thank you, too intimate. And I didn't want to put like a cleaning crew at risk either. But the thing is that my family's Airbnb was covering about 2/3 of our mortgage every month. And so we couldn't just say goodbye to that income forever. And so my partner and I started brainstorming, and we realized that in order to eliminate laundry from the Airbnb equation, we would have to eliminate overnight stays. Problem is, there are no platforms that cater to day use only. Airbnb, VRBO, all of these platforms, they're all overnight.
That is so cool, and I think the pain point that you described resonates with a lot of us who were working from home starting during the pandemic, and we still are. We love the convenience of working from home, not being in the office, but there's so many distractions, so many interruptions, and it's just hard to focus on your work when you're in your home environment.
Yep.
So just getting away from that is huge.
Absolutely. There are, in my view, 3 major pain points to working from home. Obviously, it's convenient, and you don't have to drive anywhere, saves on fossil fuels. There are a lot of upsides. But the biggest downsides, you mentioned distractions, feelings of isolation if you're by yourself all the time, not around your colleagues in person, ever. And the third one being just that burnout. It's after 3 years of working from home, it's so hard to separate work and life when you live at the office, which is what we're doing when we work from home.
Right.
We're living at the office, and so it's hard to disconnect. And so I'm extremely excited to have grown a platform where you don't have to go very far. You can book your neighbor's guest house turned office. Maybe it's 3 doors down. You walk there and get some of that work-life separation, maybe meet up with a coworker or someone else that lives in your vicinity that you want to co-work with.
Sure.
And get that social outlet at the same time.
Give me a little bit more on your kind of ideal client for this platform.
So there are a few core use cases for this. What you just mentioned is absolutely one of them. Whether the company has a traditional office or not, getting out of town or getting out of that same space that you see every day and going to a beautiful space like this with your team just to get the creative juices flowing and eat different food and still have the workplace amenities that you would need, like whiteboards and sit-stand desks and AV of the office, but in a really beautiful and inspiring setting, that goes a long way.
Right.
But on the flip side, it also doesn't have to be a special occasion or a special retreat. We have a good number of companies that book a workspace once a week simply because they want to be together. They don't necessarily need to be together 5 days a week. Once a week is enough to deepen those relationships and to have those creative brainstorms. Why would you pay for a 7-day-a-week office space if your team only needs it once or twice a week. It just makes much more economic sense. You can have the best of both worlds. Save a lot of money, but also have an inspiring space to get together with your team.
Who's kind of the typical owner that you've been working with?
It's frankly all over the board, and I love that because it offers a great diversity on the platform. Because it's not just the type of owner that varies, it's also the type of property. So we've got beautiful mansions like this all the way down to a 1970s Airstream that's been converted into a private office, and that is the beauty of the platform.
Tell me, which cities or areas are you in right now, and where are your expansion plans?
So I flew into this region a few days ago from Portland. That's where I live.
Okay.
And so we started in Portland, where we have, at this moment, about 105 spaces on the platform. Our second city that we expanded to is Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we have another 50 or so spaces. And it was really important to us that we expand to at least one city first before coming to the Bay Area so that we could learn as many lessons. And we have plans to be available nationally very, very soon.
Tell me about the concierge service,
I'm so
Amina.
glad you asked. So a lot of the companies that we serve have started hiring people in clusters all over the country. They may be based in the Bay Area,
Right.
but they might have 15 people in St. Louis and maybe another 10 in another market that we might not have expanded into formally. If you're a company and you need to get together with your team or have a meeting, get in touch with our team, me personally if you'd like. And as long as we have maybe 2 or 3 weeks of lead time, we can tap into our waiting list, because we have a lot of hosts across the country that are excited to do this. We can tap into our waiting list.
All right. So this is ground zero for Radious in the San Francisco Bay Area. We're in the heart of Silicon Valley here, but in a very nice wooded area. And if you have additional questions, I'm going to have Amina's contact info in the description below this video. I want to thank you for educating us on this new cool business model. My head is about to explode with different ideas. As a real estate agent, I can see a lot of potential here for the investor who's looking to generate multiple income streams from their property. So this is really exciting. I'm Philip Ma with eXp Realty. I look forward to talking with you soon.